Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we got some Battlefield 6 Season 2 news. Now, as you guys know, this news actually was reported about 2 days ago. I wanted to go ahead and do a little more research, actually get some insight and things like that, just to see what we're going to be having for Season 2, what's going on. So one of the breaking news, which is the biggest one, is that Battlefield Season 2 is reportedly set to begin February 17. According to a new report, Battlefield Studios plans to extend Battlefield 6 Season 1 while preparing and fine-tuning for the upcoming Season 2 based on community feedback. Now, what does that mean? Now, I know a lot of people has been noticing the drop on Battlefield 6 when it comes to the player count. If you guys didn't know, Battlefield 6 when it first dropped, I believe it was about 750,000 active player on Steam, and now I believe it's only about 100,000 or below 100,000 on Steam. Now that's not counting PlayStation and Xbox and other accounts. So basically what's happening right now, just to kind of touch on that before we break down a little bit more information, is that the feedback that they've probably been listening to, which is the main one, is obviously the player count went down, and that's one of the reasons is because our writers, right? We already know that, but also the reason is because the content, we don't have too much content on the game right now. The two maps that we had got, one of them was it was a flop. It was not any good, which is the Blackwell Fields, and the other one was Eastwood. But the Blackwell Fields, that one, in my opinion, and I believe a lot of people actually feel like this, which it was the first one that came out. It came out October 28, and that one right off the back, it was not good. It's way too open. It's just like there's barely any cover, no buildings, you know what I'm saying? It's open field, and I believe a lot of people didn't feel like this map, the theme, the color, everything was just not fun. It didn't feel like multiple levels where you can be, upstairs, downstairs, on the ground, you know what I'm saying, being inside a building, inside a house. Like, we want to see things like that. We want to see buildings collapse and things like that. So that map right there is just like, you can just sit back and snipe. And if you're running on a tank, I mean, I don't know, man. That map was just terrible, in my opinion. And Eastwood came out November 18th. So think about this, from October 28th, you got a map that, Season 1, and this is right after the game was doing very good. And basically, the reason why I think they are delaying Season 2 is because, like, okay, a lot of people saying, like, okay, we can't just repeat what we just did last time, drop one map, and then wait like 2-3 weeks and then drop another map. Because if one of the maps doesn't do well, then technically you got 3 weeks of a season, playing with the same maps that we previously had, because people don't like the new map. So technically you don't have any new content. You got new weapons, you got new skins, you got a battle pass and things like that. But as far as the map, and Battlefield is all about playing on those dynamic maps and things like that. So if we're playing on the same map from the beginning of the season, we're still waiting for the second map, we're hoping that the second map at least is superior to the first one. So what happened is, once we got Eastwood, which it was fun, you know what I'm saying, that map was fun at first, but when you keep playing it, it's like, okay, it's that one center building where most of the people, if you're playing Conquest and things like that, most of the people are going to go to C. I feel like a lot of people just play on that middle area of the map, and it's like the entire part of the, the rest of the map doesn't feel like you want to explore. I don't know if you'll feel like that, but I talked to some friends and myself, I just feel like the map design, the area, everything like that is fun, but the fact that the main building, which is where C is located, is kind of where you be most of the time. It just don't feel like it's fun just playing the map over and over and over again, if all we're going to be doing is just trying to go to C. I don't see a lot of people going through multiple. There's areas on the map that people barely even go, which is the areas with the houses, like the little houses and things like that. If we see more fighting on those areas and people are more spread out, I think like the map would be a lot more fun. But for the most part, it's just like a lot of the map, you barely see any action. You see what I'm saying? So So as far as season 2, I'm assuming that they were gonna do the same thing, and they're getting a lot of feedback because we lost. Battlefield lost like 90%, y'all. They lost, and this is just Steam. We're not talking about PlayStation or Xbox, but if they did lost some Steam, players, we're assuming that PlayStation, Xbox is gonna be the same thing. It might not be 90% or anything like that because, every day I'm playing. I don't even know the count on PlayStation or Xbox, but I'm assuming they probably lost a lot of players as well because Outriders, to be honest, is popping. I don't know what it is, but people are hooked with that game. It is fun game, everything like that. But right now we don't have no content, and Battlefield has been listening. They went on the vacation for Christmas break and things like that, where they say, yo, we're not gonna be messing with the game and anything. Once we come back, when the new year starts, we're gonna be working. We all know the way things are done. If you guys play Call of Duty Battlefield, they don't change season 1 to season 2. If they drop in 3 maps on season 1, on season 2 they will drop 3 maps. If they drop in 4 maps, then on season 2 they drop 4 maps. So the way it looked like they were heading was every season it was going to be 1 map, and then mid-season it was going to be another map. And now a lot of people are saying, yo, we can't just have 1 map. We can't. They're going to have to drop 2-3 maps, or two maps at least, and then mid-season drop either 1 more map or 2 maps. And trust me, 3 to 4 maps per season in Battlefield is a win because the maps are so big, they're very entertaining. As opposed to like Call of Duty, for example, you can't just draw 1 map and it's small and you're just constantly running around the same map. Battlefield, the maps are so huge that you're dropping 2 maps in the beginning of the season, then 2 of the maps after that. Now as far as weapon, I feel like weapons, a lot of people don't really have too much complaint. Us getting 3-4 weapons and things like that, it's not a big deal. The main thing has to be the maps. I feel like the maps, challenges, I think the XP content, a lot of people understand is that we are trying to get into the Portal, right? And Portal has been one of the modes that's supposed to be one of Battlefield major modes. That I feel like a lot of people know that. Yes, we are using it for XP, farming, because that's one of the things that I do, to be honest. We use it for XP farming and things like that. But I feel like if they feature the maps that people create or the modes that people create, and you see that in the UI, so when you first start the game and you see that, so basically Portal, you will have a lot of people playing those modes and things like that. Because right now, okay, we got Conquest, we got Breakthrough, we got Team Deathmatch, we got Domination. The other strike mode or things like that, strike mode it's not popular. We do have Squad Deathmatch, which I believe is a mode that is really popular if they emphasize a little more. So obviously they're gonna fix the UI because a lot of people are complaining about the UI, the way instead of being horizontal, probably have a vertical, but at the same time on the very top have Portal from the beginning with modes that are featured from creators. As soon as a creator create a mode, game mode, and they design some of the maps layouts, they change things around, whatever the case might be, and they feature that. So as soon as you open, you will see new Portal game mode. They feature it to where people wants to click. Don't do it like the way we previously did it. And if they make it where you don't farm for XP, they had to fix the glitches and things like that. Otherwise, people just gonna find glitches and they're just gonna go there to farm for XP. You had to make it where people can, use a server, and then it will be like you can actually find real players and not bots. That way, people will play the new mode, and the amount of different modes that we're gonna have in Portal is gonna make people want to play different things. You can see what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I think they're working on, but at the same time I feel like they trying to not overdo it and at the same time make it where it actually works, because they don't want to keep changing it over and over, because if it's not working for the second time and the third time, it's like, bro, this ain't working, people ain't liking it. And then people are gonna feel like, bro, y'all trying to fix something that is not working. Obviously, y'all doing something wrong. So Portal has to be fixed. The UI, they're gonna fix it. Those are all feedbacks, and these are the reasons why this season 2 is delayed. Maps, I really believe that they're gonna try to, maybe the map that was supposed to come out on the mid-season, maybe they're gonna try to add it to the beginning of the season with the first map. You see what I'm saying? So I think 2 maps are gonna come out in the beginning of the season, and then after that we're gonna get a 3rd map. Hopefully we can get 4 instead of 3, or 4 instead of 2. You see what I'm saying? So that's hopefully something that we really want to see, because we can't just be playing on one map, you know, for 3 weeks in season 1 and then wait for the other one. Another thing that they're going to be doing right here, you guys saw that we was talking about, you know, why they were delaying season 2. I know we went on a long talk right there, you guys. So a few things right here, you guys, before we kind of end it right here for y'all. Season 1 new bonus path. So they're gonna have free rewards, hardware XP boost, vehicle skin, and player card background. So we're gonna be getting a few rewards right here. Hardware XP, I feel like if they do XP, they can't just be one XP, like one 30-minute XP. They need to drop like multiple 1 hour XP or things like that. That's kind of what we want to see. You see what I'm saying? Premium rewards for season 1 battle pass purchases, only new weapon pack, career XP boots, additional customization items. Apart from that, Battlefield Studio will be offering daily login rewards and double XP weekends. The bonus path can be completed alongside season 1 battle pass. So yeah, you guys, that's the news right there for Battlefield 6. One more thing right here. So they do have the Frostfire bonus path that will be dropping on January 27, and he's gonna add new customization rewards, including weapon package and soldier skins, as well as more XP boosts. This new path of the season 1 battle pass will only use regular weekly challenges for progression after, you know, the criticism of past bonus challenges. Moreover, it can be worked on alongside the main path. And yes, owners of the premium battle pass will get extra cosmetics and more details coming soon. So as far as weapons, I do believe we have like 4 new weapons coming to Battlefield 6 season 2. We're probably gonna touch on those weapons, even though we have the names. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that for a later video, because I do want to talk about, you know, potential of, you know, new metas and things like that. So anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We don't really be doing news on the channel or anything like that, so we might actually start doing that a little more. So stay tuned for some class setups and things like that, and some gameplay for Battlefield 6 and some news coming up to the channel. And anyway, drop a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.